All right, so we got hymns, and wait, the reason I want to look at this is peaks and valleys. But this guy, tech investor, he makes a good point there. Hymns of 2025 is Netflix of 2012. 2012 Netflix transitioning from a DVD company to a global entertainment platform starting with the UK and Ireland. Hymns transitioning from a local company to a global healthcare platform starting with Germany, France, Ireland. That technically, Hymns is in Canada and the UK, but for this reason, I stopped comparing Hims to telehealth companies. If it's for the long-term growth, the real comparison has to be with healthcare giants like Eli Lilly and Nova. Yet Hims, in terms of business models, more diverse and scalable. Data personalization, accessibility, affordability, distribution, plus Hims is a trusted global brand in a very sensitive sector. I would agree. But now, the other thing, Hims has their peptide factory. That's going to be huge. Huge, huge, huge. Hims peptide factory. Peptides are the building blocks of biotechs. I don't really know exactly why. Protein, peptide, I don't know. But this, they acquired that in 2025. The fact they acquired it, it's producing already. So I think that's huge for Hims. And then the other stuff that guy said, the expansion, huge. So if I was going to say, because somebody had asked, said OKLO is too expensive. And wait, let's look at Netflix so you guys can see. Not everyone would look all the time. Dude, even 5 years ago. Well, I can't go back though. It's not going to let me. Wait, what was Netflix 10-year chart? What is this one going to say? I don't know. 23-year stock price. What is it going to say? 122. Wait, nope, not that. Does it say? What was Netflix at then? 2005. Holy shit. I don't know. Oh, well, obviously $3. That was 2005. But you could say, what did he say again? 2012 Netflix? 23-ish. Yeah, I don't know. No, that's, yeah. So, big dip there. How the fuck? Oh, COVID shit fucked up everybody. But, I don't know. I think, okay, so if we're looking for the next Netflix, he thinks Hims. I think that could be. But remember, Hims super high right now. And everything goes back down. Well, when it does, this was all DeepSeek and tariffs. So whatever does happen, it'll affect everything. That's for sure. Because China loves to fuck with us. But I think that OKLO is equally poised to do a Netflix shit. And somebody had said that OKLO is too expensive. But yeah, right now. But I don't know. Do we see OKLO in the 30s again? Possibly. I definitely think we see him in the 50s again, for sure. For sure. What are we talking about? Everything goes down. We could see him maybe in the fucking 40s, depending. China just has to say they have some new fancy-ass thing, and everything's going to drop. But OKLO, for the long haul. But I say, watch these motherfuckers, because this, I call this a height. A super height. So OKLO, I definitely think, could also be the next Netflix. Oh, you got this. This one's going to be uranium mining. It's not, OKLO is a small nuclear reactor. So, but they got a lot of nice ones. They hold a lot of CCJ, which you could say, but UU, NXE, UEC, EU, URG. But like I said, you wait a little while to get into OKLO, even though it's expensive. Well, we have oil exploration, WTI. And Iran, they're threatening to shut down the strait, their port of Hormuz. So that is going to be good for oil exploration for sure. And then they're still on fire. So that one, and then you have what's this one? I looked up ETFs with OKLO. Oh yeah, I keep seeing this nukes one advertised on X, which I think is interesting. What are they going to be at? All-time high. So, but something will happen. Something always happens. It's going to drop uranium. That one doesn't even have a fucking... Oh, you know what I think would be a good one? If you want to be in the nuclear game? They are making the fuel. They're going to have the nuclear fuel technologies. And they're in they could get something with OKLO. But they're with partner now, licensed nuclear deal with Bill Gates, TerraPower. And if he picked them, I think that's huge. And they're also going to make the isotopes. They could be a definite player, definite rise along with OKLO, but OKLO's that's a good one. And you want to think it will go down. It will. And then that's when we can all get more. SMR too, but SMR, they're also in the nuclear power game, but they don't got that Sam Altman connection. This one's cheaper for sure. And long run, well, they're also on an uber high, because they got their regulatory approval for their project. So did OKLO. But OKLO has Sam Altman connection. That's going to be huge for OpenAI. OKLO just got a deal with the military. That's big. But NuScale, they can do just as big things. But they don't have a Sam Altman connection, and they do not have a Chris Wright Energy Daddy. He was also on OKLO's board. So OKLO, very poised. But SMR, same technology, these small nuclear reactors. If we think they're going to be the future, very, very exciting. Ooh. NuScale advances clean water and hydrogen production with breakthrough research. That could be interesting for Plug, maybe. They do hydrogen shit. Aimed at advancing an energy system that can provide both clean water and an energy-efficient means for hydrogen production. Interesting. A single NuScale power module coupled with the state-of-art reverse osmosis desalination system. Wow, that's actually really big. Could yield approximately 150 million gallons of clean water per day without generating carbon dioxide. 12 NPs would be able to provide desalinated water for a city of 2.3 million residents and also have surplus power to provide 400,000 homes with electricity. Dude, what? NuScale power modules offer an immediate solution for cleanly powering desalination, resulting brine production remains an environmental challenge. To address the issue, this research team at NuScale developed a new approach for hydrogen storage, transport, and production that uses leftover brine from desalination process to industrial feedstock. That is amazing. NuScale partnered with experts at the U.S. Department of Energy's Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, PNL, to examine hydrogen production from an inert salt drawn from water desalination byproduct that is safe and easy to transport. Now that could make people feel good about themselves investing in NuScale. I like this. That's very nice. Very nice. You could say NuScale doing something very fancy. And nobody's going to care about it. People don't care about things that help people. So you could still get in.